out here today in my test garden. Part 2 of the bottle caps and the XP Deus. So I'm going to be testing just the HF round coil with a couple different methods to deal with bottle caps, or try to figure out if it's a bottle cap or a coin or something good that's non-ferrous. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. I gotta get bug sprayed up for my yard here. Guys, got some targets here to test today. I gotta have a Clad quarter, Indian penny, a nickel, and a silver dime. So we're gonna test these targets in comparison to a bottle cap. Got the setup here, 2 bottle caps. Over here to the left, a Indian head penny, a silver dime, a nickel, Clad quarter. So we're going to compare signals with the XP Deus round coil, XP Deus HF round coil, and testing some methods to determine or tell the difference between a coin and a bottle cap. Stand by. I'm out here again with the XP Deus HF round coil, and I'm going to be testing bottle caps and different coins. I've got a Clad quarter right here. I got a nickel, silver dime, and a Indian head penny. So there's your bottle cap, 1 bottle cap, 2 bottle cap. We got a Corona Light, or extra. These things are horrible, and I don't know what Budweiser, I guess this is old. I'll also try to dig up or bury a bottle cap at 6 inches to compare. And I've got a 9-inch silver dime. So this is silver quarter here and the silver dime over here. It's been buried for a while in my test garden. So we'll go sensitivity 90, frequency 14, iron volume 3, reactivity 3, silencer -1. Oh, and let's go back. Whoops. Let's go back to audio response to 4. We don't need any depth right now. So this is what we got. This is the Horseshoe. 94 for that. 59 for the nickel, 91 for the silver dime, 81 for the Indian head penny, 88, 87 for this bottle cap, 90, 92, 89 for that bottle cap. With the HF coil, silver sounds so pure, doesn't it? Where that bottle cap sounds terrible. Sound wise, that does sound different. So we'll try this XY screen. Whoops. There we go. You hear both of them, even at 14 kilohertz. You hear both of them. But look, that bottle cap's polluting that good sound right there. Let's put it next to especially in that direction. Now this direction, it's still polluting it. Let's see what happens with the nickel. And it brings it below 50. How about that dime? I'm just going right over that dime. It's sounding nice and pure, but that screen's jumping all over the place. So that XY screen works great when there's nothing in proximity to it, right? So I'm going to try this with the 11-inch LF coil too, and I'm sure I'll get the same results. So let's see. Now Leland, or Len Leland from XP Team USA on Facebook contacted me and said he's got a good way to determine whether or differentiate bottle caps from coins or anything good non-ferrous. And his idea and what he was saying was to use pinpoint. Pinpoint this. Let's see. It's a lot louder. I don't see any difference there. The best thing I've seen so far is that XY screen. Silencer has no effect. Silencer, let's try that. Let's go down to silencer. Reactivity. We'll jack that silencer up to 3. Still hear it. Still hear it. 86, 87, 94. Now let's raise up the frequency, see if that helps. 26.6. I like to have 26.6. Now we'll have to change the settings. Actually, we can just keep them there. It goes up, not down anyway, for the conductivities with this. Actually, with higher frequency, gets closer in conductivity with those bottle caps. 90, 93, 97, 72, 88 for the Indian head, 95. Silver dimes, 95 for that Corona. Silver dimes and bottle caps are identical, almost identical, with the quick I'm going to try, and that is changing to pitch. Now I jacked that up to 603 for the sound. The hertz, 603 hertz, so high pitches are awesome targets. So let's see what happens with pitch. Same settings. I'm going to keep it at 26 frequency and see what happens here. Nice, sound the same to me. Silver dime. Yeah, she sound. Alright, so pitch, even worse in the park, I think. I mean, if you want to sit there and dig every little single thing, fine. In a park, I don't have that much time in a park to dig every single bottle cap, pull tab, and everything else, especially in a public park like in Chicago. It's just impossible. So let's try full tones. Let's see what full tones does. It sounds great. Full tones, look at that, so close. Even by itself, it's almost a straight line. Full tones is way worse as far as determining the difference between a bottle cap and a coin. What happens when you get close? Sounds pretty good. I'd actually dig that, even though the screen's going nuts, just like on the bottle cap. I mean, is it actually bringing the number down a little bit? No, it's not. Bottle cap. Close proximity to silver just eats it up. Okay, I'm over the silver coin there. Still making that all jumpy. So when you have unpolluted soil, yeah, of course the XY screen works perfectly. You pollute it with other stuff, it jumps all over the place. Alright, going on to the LF coil. The 11-inch LF X35 coil out here. I'm going to pair it up with my XP Deus. You can hear it on my headphones over there. What do we got here? We're just going to keep it on the XY screen because I want to see if the XY screen will make a difference with the LF coil versus making much difference with the HF coil, especially when good targets are polluted by bottle caps. Let's see. There we go. Connected. Alright. Now, we're going to try to get close to 14 kilohertz as we can with this. Or 26, either way. So, we've got the same settings as we had before. Full tones, we're going to go ahead and go to 3-tone, and we'll set disc 10. The second tone, we'll drop that down to 50 as we did before. Sensitivity 90. Frequency, we're going to bring that up. We'll see if we can get it close to 14 or even 26 maybe, since 26 was the, well, we'll get to 14. We can get to 13, 1255. Let's see if it jumps it up to 17, bring it down. 15, 15.2. That's pretty close. 15.2. Iron volume 3. Reactivity 3. Silencer -1. Audio response 4. Now we're going to go back in, make sure that the ID norm is off. Goes here with this. 94. Nickel 60, which I expected that. 85, 86. That line's pretty, it's just kind of jumpy, not totally jumpy. Let's get this one over here. 91 for the silver dime. 83 for that Indian head penny. 84 for the Indian head penny. Yeah, bottle caps maybe sound a little bit louder, but when you get in depth and stuff in proximity to it, we'll see how it sounds and how it does. Good target and proximity to that. Yep, same thing. XY is all over the place. When you get a good target, a clad quarter, a silver dime, in close proximity to a bottle cap, what happens? Look at that XY screen. It's all over the place. It's not a straight line. I mean, how often do you get a pure signal? Even when you're doing this. Look at that. Look at, even when you get the best angle on a silver dime with anything in close proximity, and we're talking that's probably 5 inches, 4 or 5 inches from a bottle cap. I mean, in a trashy park, that's going to happen all the time. When you're by yourself, you got to go by sound. You hear that sound in there, right? You know what? Sound wise, they all sound the same. Although it does pinpoint at the edge of there, whereas a good target does not pinpoint right at the edge. It only pinpoints in the middle. So the pinpointing will actually sound off on a bottle cap for a very long period of time. In the middle do that, but at the edge of the coil it will. The edge of the coil will do that on the edge of the coil there. Whereas a good target, like a Clad quarter, it doesn't sound off until you get to the middle. The very middle. Let's try silencer. Jacking that up to 3. See if you get a different sound on silencer, reactivity 3, silencer 3. Sounds the same. Alright, that's silencer 3. This is, oh, that's silencer -1. That's weird. How did that go back? Right. Sounds more like a good target with the silencer up higher. Let's go up to 4. Sounds pretty much good there. I don't think silence is a good way to determine or differentiate a bottle cap from a good target. So we'll go back to reactivity 3. Silencer -1. There's a subtle difference in the sound. Very subtle. But when you get to depth, you know, you bury a bottle cap 6 inches down on the ground, this is what you're going to get. Bottle cap is part of my test garden now. And it's the old Budweiser bottle cap. About 6 inches down. Wow, sounds pretty good. I'm sorry, that LF coil. Alright, we'll change frequency a little bit. Go up to the next frequency up and see if that makes a difference in the sound. Get it to 26 like we had it on there. We got 27. Let's go back. 26. Sorry for the long video. We're at 26.1, 26.8. That's pretty close. They're not exact, but it's pretty close. It is all over. 96. 80. 88. Indian head pet is 88, and it's right next to that thing right there. So look at that! Look at the XY screen jumping around. Now, how are you going to tell an Indian head penny from a bottle cap? I don't know. From an old bottle cap, and not every bottle cap's made the same. So the XY screen is probably the best way that I can tell to determine or differentiate a bottle cap from a good coin or a good non-ferrous. It's not the best method though, really, because you know, once you pollute the good target with a bottle cap or where it's nearby, the XY screen goes all over the place anyway for that, even with a good target. Now it sounds good. That sounds really good. And there is a subtle difference in the sound of a bottle cap. But that sound, it's only when you're close to the bottle cap that it sounds that much different. when you're 6 inches deep, sounds pretty good. And that's the main issue. So hopefully that helps people out. Basically, you know, you're gonna have to just listen really carefully and just get used to the difference in the sound of a bottle cap and the good non-ferrous. So you're going to be digging bottle caps no matter what anyway, because some of these bottle caps just sound really good. And that's every detector. You're going to have to dig some bottle caps. I mean, even with my Equinox 800, I'm digging bottle caps every so often. Not nearly as many, because the conductivity of the bottle cap with the Equinox 800 is different. It's not a very high conducting target compared to what you see here. And that's up in the 90s. I mean, that's up with a quarter in the silver. So, anyway, the HF coil back on, the HF round coil back on, 26 kilohertz, same settings with the 3-tone program. And I'm going to go over this 6-inch bottle cap. Now I got the Horseshoe back on, which I love using that. I think it's more information on the Horseshoe, in my opinion. I like it. I got the mineralization going on, I got the depth going on, I got the ferrous, non-ferrous going on, I got the conductivity number going on. I love it. Ground balance going on, you know, all that, it's on there. So, you know, this is going, the HF coil is different. Even at 26 kilohertz, it's different than the LF coil. Something special with these HF coils. And I don't know, I guess, and I never really, I don't use the LF coil that much, so maybe that's why I'm having issues with the bottle caps and the LF coils. I mean, I've been using the HF coils almost extensively for 2 years, I guess now, whenever they've been coming out. And, you know, even in the parks, I'll use the HF coil, and I can tell the difference in sound between a bottle cap and a good non-ferrous. A little bit. I mean, still, that's an iffy good signal. You know, I go over that in a park. It's a 6-inch bottle cap, 83. It's showing kind of deep. It's like halfway good deep, whatever. Even at 3, reactivity 3, silencer -1. Kind of jumping around. That's one of those iffies. If I'm not getting any signals at all during that day, I dig that. That's an 83. Sounds decent. That's an Indian right there at depth. That's right there, right by it. You know. That's right. I told you I'd try the pinpoint method here. So let's see what it does. It's a lot loud. Silver pinpointing. Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of difference between pinpointing a bottle cap and pinpointing a good non-ferrous. There is a little bit of a difference. I guess you could tell if you got used to the fact that it's blaring your ears off with these bottle caps, even at 6 inches.